Hello everybody, I'm so glad that you joined me today. We're going to do another video with the Prima water soluble oil pastels. Say that a bunch of times. So I wanted to try something different. I can't remember who I saw use it, but I saw people using these makeup sponges. And they were using it for like stenciling and, you know, creating backgrounds and stuff like that. So I decided I wanted to try something myself. So what I do first here is I grab the crayon. I call them crayons. We're gonna call them crayons. And I mark them to see if I like the blues. So I really wasn't feeling the blues today. I decided to do the purples. And this one is the lavender color. So I put a bunch of it down, and I have this mist from Kaiser Craft, and it's the antique gold. And so what I did was I used this to activate the oil pastel. So on the actual stencil where I'm putting it on, I have this sort of like antique-ish lavender mixture. And the spray, the Kaiser Craft spray, got a little thick there, so that's why I sprayed a little bit of just plain water, and I'm just filling in on the stencil. Now, in looking at it, I was like, I think I wanted just a little more pop in the purple. So I grabbed the other purple in the box set, sprayed it with a little bit of water, and then went in with that over the top. So you'll still have part of that antique gold, the lavender, and then you'll have some of this to pop out too. And I like using stencils. They're really fun because as you have them down on the paper and you're putting down whether it be the paste or some type of color medium, it's amazing when you pull it off and you're like, voila, look at this. And you didn't have to do a whole lot of work to create it. I love it. So right now I'm just taking off, I had laid it down with washi tape. You just have to be careful, like with any tapes. When I went to grab this piece off, you can see part of the watercolor paper pulled up. So I'm going to pull it off, grab my nail file, and you're going to see me just kind of rubbing along to make it smooth out. So where I tore, it had a little bit of texture, and I just filed it away. So we have some fun texture there, some different colors, but I decided that I wanted to actually do some splatter on it as well, which I did off camera. And to finish up this card, I wanted to put a sentiment on the front. So I decided to get my color book out, and I got two dies from, I want to say these are Spellbinder dies. And I'm using the bigger one to cut out of my craft cardstock. Putting that to the side, and then I'm going to do the smaller one in white, and that's where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I'm just going to run it through real quick. Alright, and we'll just put that to the side, and I'm going to show you real quick when they lay on top of each other and then on top of the background that we did. Oh, and those are, I was showing you the stamp set that I got. It came with the background stamp, and it was part of Delusions by Ranger. And I was just looking to see which sentiment was going to fit best in the center, and I found one. So we're using the one that says, what appears to be the end is usually the start of a new beginning. So since it's a clear stamp, I got my stamping mat out, so that way I have that cushion. And then there it is up close for you to see. And then all I'm going to do is tape down our sentiment, the background, and then on top of the watercolor paper, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to attach that. But before, I want to put our background piece onto the actual card itself, and I'm going to use the 3M foam tape for that. And I always just go around the outside edge, create like a little box, and then I put 2 pieces down in the middle. And so what I'm going to do here, this is a 5x7 card. And I'm just taking the backing off. And then we're going to place that down. And then I put where I wanted the sentiment to go. And as I was doing this, I knew I wanted to use sequins, but I wasn't sure what else, because I wanted something else on top of my card. So I'm going to take the backing off on the sentiment right there. I'm taking the dimensionals off, and then I decided to wait, and I grabbed some twine that I had on my desk. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to do black or brown, so I decided to do the brown and white. And if I thought about it sooner, I would have put this on before I actually placed down the focal piece. But it worked out. I was able to get it to wrap around, and then I just pressed that piece back on top of the twine. And now I'm just making a bow. And I left it pretty big until I figured out where exactly I wanted to place the sentiment. And then I played with the strings and the bow to get it to the size that I actually wanted it. Alright, so now that I have the baker's twine set up and my sentiment placed, I decided to get my sequins out. And I like to use 3 different colors. And then also have a color or a shade that's almost like an accent color. So for this one, I decided that I would lay down, it's like a lavender, a clear kind of purple color, and then the dark purple. And for our accent sequin, I went with a silver sequin. So I'm once again getting the multi-matte medium and putting it down for our adhesive for the sequins. And what I really like about doing with sequins is you could actually, it's very soothing when you're placing them out, trying to figure out where they're going. The only thing that's frustrating for me is when it's being videotaped and they don't want to lay right, or they're trying to fight me. That drives me nuts. But I actually really do like putting them out. So all I'm doing is laying out. I put some kind of peekaboo in, and I was looking for one that I had. There it goes. I'm going to put it down here on the bottom so it's off the actual regular, you know, the focal piece, but it ties in everything together. And I highly suggest getting some sequins. They are the easiest thing to change up a card, make it more festive, and you hardly have to do anything, just put a little dab of glue. Alright, you guys, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys, watching my videos, liking and commenting. So I'll see you in our next video, and have a great weekend.